What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JP and Trav Show on the JP and Trav Show YouTube channel, and also live from Travis's X account. As always, it's your host with the most, JP, and to my right, my esteemed co-host, brother, and friend, Travis J. Davis. And Travis, how you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm great. I'm great. Just did some consulting yesterday in Gravette, Arkansas. So I had a long day yesterday, and then today booked out all of my travel for football season. So that is certainly exciting. Going to all the different venues, and last year and the year before. What's up, Ryan? Like I'd always drive the whole way straight through. Like, you remember Provo? Like, I drove straight through 17 hours, right? Like, let's go. Just on adrenaline and excitement of a 10-win season for a place like Provo, right? And then, last year, obviously, driving to Missouri and not too far, obviously, but going down to Baton Rouge, going to Oxford. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I need to break up some of these trips. There's no need to be spending 12, 13 hours on the road, man. As much as I'm a road warrior, I'm going to stop at some places. So anyways, luckily, I am a Caesars Diamond member because one time I gambled a little bit at Caesars more than I thought I was going to. And more than I thought I was going to because I was not losing. So that's an important distinction there for everybody watching. But anyways, with that, luckily everything to the southeast, if I'm going to Alabama or Tennessee or South Carolina or anything like that, Caesars has properties in Missouri and Louisiana and all over. So I can just stay for free at those. So I'm very excited. Very excited. So got all that booked out today. Excited to hear kind of throughout the season, who's going to which games, which people are loaded up for. I'll tell you what, in making my travel plans today, Tuscaloosa has like no hotels. Like there is like a Hampton Inn, I think, that's going for like $1,000 a night because there's just no hotels. Like it's crazy, dog. Absolutely nuts. So I'm staying a little bit southwest of there since I'm coming in from Bossier City, Shreveport. So anyways, I was looking at it, I was like, goodness gracious. I was like, I guess that's the Alabama economy. They'll just load up on those $1,000 hotel rooms. But it's nuts. Airbnbs, people are buying them up. I talked to a buddy today that goes to all the games. He's like, man, we could the only thing that was reasonably priced in Knoxville, we found like one like studio condo. He's like, it was just terrible. So, hey, we wanted to be in the SEC. I couldn't be happier to be here, but yeah, the travel is slightly different. So a little higher demand, but anyways, it was a good day, long day. So how about you? What you doing? How's life as an AD/volleyball coach now?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm coaching our varsity volleyball team this year. Just unfortunately could not hire a volleyball coach in time. My previous one for the last 3 years had a kid, and so spend time with the family, understandable. But yeah, just in any contact I had, either job, brand new kid, it was like 20 plus people. Just didn't work out. And the reality is at a smaller school, I'm not paying the big bucks like, a 4A or, that's what the largest typically in Indiana, but 4A, 7A, 6A, whatever you want to say, school can. And so, that's some of the reality of it. And it was getting to a point where it was like, well, it's either I get somebody unqualified in here that just, can rally the girls, or I put myself in there because I trust myself as a coach in general, even if, volleyball is not my expertise. So that's what I'm doing. So, we're having practice every day. We got scrimmage on Tuesday, and, I'm drinking from the fire hose. So, It's fun though. Like I've always enjoyed watching the game. I've always enjoyed like being at the games. Even as the AD. Like, you know, there's a lot of principles that are the same in coaching in most sports. Obviously, that doesn't lend yourself to expertise of the X's and O's and the intricacies. And there's a lot more intricacy even in volleyball that I didn't even realize. But you know, team camaraderie, common goal, all those things. Effort, intentionality, every drill, all those things are the same no matter what sport. And so that's the base. And I'm just trying to. I have a lot of friends that play in college or coach at a high level, and so they've sent me a bunch of resources. So I'm prepared. It's just I got to learn. It's like I'm studying myself. So
Hey, if like I said, if you can win a state title in volleyball first year, you got to just hang up the AD stuff and just go be a coach full time.
yeah, that's what they say. So I guess we'll see, man. We'll see.
What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Jimmy?
Welcome. Sooner Cowboys. Yes, I go to every single game. I'll be at Philly and Temple. I'll be at Columbia. It'll be my second time in Columbia. Longtime viewers and more people with, better memories, I suppose, will know I've been there before. Awesome spot. I think we're going back-to-back fair games, JP. I think we've got the Texas State Fair, obviously, with OU Texas. And then I think the week later, because the fairgrounds were like next to the stadium, South Carolina. So like I think we might be, corny dogs, funnel cakes, turkey legs, back-to-back weeks. So could be intense. Not great news for the waistline in the middle of October. So gonna have to ghost ride the whip a little bit on those road trips and try and jog next to the car because I'm gonna have to burn some calories. But yeah, I'll go down. I'll stay with a buddy of mine in Augusta. So I'll go down basically. I'll stay in Tunica the Wednesday night, do radio from Tunica, and then leave Thursday morning, head to Augusta, and then might play a little golf or go out to eat or do whatever. So yeah. So you live in Augusta. Yeah, I'm staying with you. You didn't know? You didn't know I was staying with you? Oh, okay, that's fine. No, I'm kidding. I got another buddy that lives in Augusta. So actually not Augusta proper. He lives on Champions Retreat. So I'll be kicking it out there with him. So anyways, but yeah, absolutely. I enjoy that stadium a lot. They really lean into the word cock a lot. Everything. Cockaboose, cockwalk, cocktober, it's everything. It's like we get it, man. Like
nice.
you can't make your entire identity off of a phallic joke. Like,
yeah,
come on, buddy. Like, but hey, I always tell the story, but I was wearing my OU shirt to the game, and OU was not playing, and Shane Beamer let out a big old boomer whenever he saw me. So, anyways, it's a fun spot. They've got some really cool stuff. There's a lot of stuff that OU fans going to these games can pick up from like a tailgating perspective, and like maybe OU as a university can pick up from a tailgating perspective and just ideas to do different things, where to put power, where to put internet, where to put, all that kind of stuff. So, but it's a really cool spot. I am looking forward to it. But yeah, booking out all that travel today was, whoo-wee. Man, everybody living close to the travels. When are you going to be in Tunica? I have 3 separate trips that I'll be in. I booked, I think, 4 or 6 different times I'll be in the Tunica right there. So I'll be, let me think about this. Not the Alabama game, but I'll be there the Wednesday before South Carolina, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I'll be there the Thursday before Tennessee. And then on both of those trips, I'll catch it on the way back too. So it'll be like Wednesday night, Sunday night, and then Wednesday night, Thursday night around both of those games. So 4 different times I'll be at Tunica. I actually had a call today, and they were like, "You've you've reached your maximum times you can make a reservation of this property with comps. So I called them and I'm like, that can't be the case. They're like, yeah, we'll book you. Don't worry about it. So, anyways, yeah, if we, Derek, if we need to link up for a celebratory cold one after the game on my way back through, or an appetizer, an aperitif, if you will, I'll be staying at the Horseshoe down there. So they're all right next to each other, So, but I do like was it not the Jack Binion's or whatever, the steakhouse? That one wasn't nearly as good. The one that was like prime red or something like that, much better. They've got a great prime rib, so I will be revisiting that prime rib for sure. And yes, Sooner Cowboys, I will be playing a bit of Champions Retreat. I bet. I don't know. I don't want to speak for our plans quite yet, but it's becoming real once you get all the travel booked, man. It's it's here. We're here. Football season is here. Oh, okay. Looks like Derek's buying drinks and dinner. Let's go.
Hey.
Appreciate you, Derek. I'll take the prime rib. I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good one there. So, yeah, Derek.
Yeah,
Derek. Daddy Warbucks over here about to sponsor dinner.
Yeah. Before we get started, guys, appreciate everybody that's here. Make sure you guys, before I'm saying off the top of the show, like on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, like it on Trav's post or X, retweet it. Continue to share because we want to get as many people in the chat as we can, and talking to as many people as we can. Trav, obviously a big piece of the conversation the last few days has been, since the start of fall camp, injuries. Even let me see if I can excuse me, pull it up here and I'll throw it on the screen. One Dean Blevins, who I know that's not everybody's favorite person all the time, but he had this to say: something doesn't feel right. After only 5 workouts, it's shocking how many Sooners expected to help win games in 2025 didn't practice today due to injuries. Does it look as grainy to you as it does to me, or is that just me?
No, it's clear.
Okay, it will just be my screen. That's fine.
Here's my thing. Like I highly disagree with Dean. I think
you don't put him in there.
I think Dean is missing the forest for the trees on this one.
Yeah.
I think that Dean says didn't practice today due to injuries. I am going to replace injuries with precaution in this sense. Precaution in this sense. Because the thing is, if we had a game tomorrow, a lot of the guys that are sitting out right now would be playing. But it's precaution. Everybody last year, I think this is what people really fail to understand. And like it's a not, I don't know, it's a bit of a rant, I guess. But last year we dealt with historic injuries. Part of the reason we dealt with historic injuries is because there were some coaches that were overriding the recovery staff that said, hey, look, recovery staff, hey, we should rest these guys. And the coaches were like, no, we need them out there. Tell them to toughen up, rub some dirt on it, this, that, and the other. And then what happened? They all went and got injured worse. And then they didn't get to play the rest of the season for some of them. Well, this year, we're like, that's a bad approach. So we get rid of that recovery staff. We bring in Jim Nagy. We bring in a new recovery staff. And then a player has told me to my face, that last year, if you were injured, the coaching staff, some on the training staff would say, hey, you got to get out there anyways. Go on scout team, go do this, that. You're still going to work out this, that, and the other. This year, anytime they try and do that, they're just like, nope, Nagy's coming. Nagy's going to come shut it down. And Nagy will get in there and be like, no, that guy's not playing today. We're going to rest him, take precaution, things like that. So it's like some people just can't be pleased. It's like these are not it's not like guys are out here tearing their ACLs and tearing their patellar tendons and breaking ribs and blowing this, that, and the other out. Like, no, Like, that's just not what's happening. So to frame it as they're out with injuries, I think is disingenuous on Dean's part. It is more so precautionary. Like, I think if they had to go, they would. They understand they don't want to be in the position that they were in last year. What do they
Yeah.
want? Them to just go, whoever, play through whatever, and then be out for the season? Like, what do you want? Like, you just can't be pleased. Can't be pleased. We want them to rest and hold them out of practice to make sure that they don't get hurt further. Oh man, what's this? Everything, oh, same as last year. Something's fishy. We want to force them in and make injuries worse. What are we doing? How come we can't pull guys out of practice and let them rest? Like, I don't know, man. People are going to have to pick a lane eventually. Like, they're going to have to pick a lane eventually. I don't know what if they just want to turn injuries off. I mean, I would like that too, like a video game, but that's just not how. It's just not how it works. Like,
Yeah.
they've changed their approach to this because they think this new approach is going to end up having healthy players for the season. You don't win games on the 5th day of fall camp, and whoever played there, everybody else, if you didn't participate in the 5th day of fall camp, you got to shut it down for the season. Like, that's
Yeah.
just not how it works. And you're getting a lot of young guys that are getting awesome experience now because of that, right? Like, that's what's cool. You get some names like Corton Guillory, right? You get like Boganowski. Not that, I mean, he's going to be on the 2 deep anyways, but like, you get some of these guys, Devon Jordan, right? You get these guys that are playing better, stepping up, Owen Heineke that are stepping up. They just get opportunities, man. Like, I don't know. They got to pick a lane, man. Like,
Yeah.
either you want to be healthy during the season, so we're being, taking some precautions in the fall camp, or you don't want to be healthy during the season and you just want people playing through a bunch of injuries that completely unnecessarily in fall camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, precaution is the name of the game, and you'd rather have guys healthy than, like you said. I think some people are like, well, if they're not getting reps and they're not doing this or that, then, it's like, well, do you want them healthy or not? Like, I'm not, obviously they have them doing some things. They obviously are going to have them going through film, tape, all those things to be prepared. And I know it's not the same as getting in-game reps, but again, you're not going to push a guy if you don't need to. That was the issue we felt like last year, as Trav just stated. So, yeah, I agree with you, bro. I think that people are tripping about it too much. And, yeah.
That's I mean, as a Pacers fan, injuries can get worse, right?
They can.
Rest.
They absolutely can, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We don't want to be in that position.
You want a bunch of players out there with torn Achilles, so Dean and everybody else that's pissing their pants right now can be happy about it. I don't personally.
Correct.
And I know I'm picking on Dean here, but he's a big boy. He can handle it. And it's more representative of the whole fan base that's freaking out about, this, that, or the other. Like a grade 1 AC joint sprain that is not going to hold somebody out for any meaningful game time. Like,
I think 2 to 3 weeks may be a lot for that, to be honest.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that's aggressive. But at the same time, I think that's aggressive because I think that I think they're allowing them to recover now. Back when you would look up an injury last year and be like, oh, 4 to 6 weeks, this guy, let's look at the calendar. He should be back by week 6. But the problem is that's a 4 to 6 weeks if you're spending full time on recovery, not if you're also practicing as if you're going to play. So that's why you don't see guys come out at all. That's why you guys don't see them come back. So now, like I said, if we open the game, or if we open the season at Ohio State like Texas does, I would be shocked if Jaden Ott did not play that game.
Yeah, as would I.
But like last year, we were dealing with like in the spring, we had to go get a center because Troy tore his knee up, right? Like, so you have immediate lack of continuity at the center position, right? Jake Taylor and Jake Sexton go down with injuries. Darren Hatchett goes down with an injury. He's out for the year, right? Like, all these dudes, I mean, you can go on and on of the different injuries that you deal with, but those were real injuries that are going to keep you out for a long time. Like when you tear up your knee, or when you break a rib cleanly, or when you tear a patellar tendon, or when you do that, like you're going to have major recovery at that point. Not
Yeah.
not a a grade 1 sprain here, a mild concussion there, a you know uh, broken bone in the hand, type situation, or a fractured bone in the hand, or just a little bit of a hammy. Like these are not the same injuries that we dealt with last year, and not even into the same positions we were dealing with them last year.
Yeah. Yes, that says O-line, frankly, is all I care about. We got backfield, but does Bill Beanball know what he likes up front before week 7? I felt like, I know that sometimes Bill gets a lot of crap for not messing around with rotations. But I know last year he was an anomaly in terms of, like, he didn't get to see a lot of guys. He didn't get to see a lot of them because they were hurt. And so
Well, through 9 games of the season, we had a different, every single starting combination was different. Like if you have no continuity, then there's nothing, like you can't do anything about it. So
yeah, it's hard for him to know what he has.
Yeah, I mean, with Bill, like you need to be able to return a bunch of starters for that to happen. Maybe that's just not the reality of college football anymore, which is unfortunate. But I think he understands. Like Michigan, you got to have your dudes. Like you have to be set by Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I did want to talk a little bit, obviously, about some things that we've been hearing at a fall camp, and obviously, I would like everybody to say what their opinion is on this guy, Cortland Guillory. As I pull him up here, we're going to listen to the interview that he gave today. But before we do, Trav, what have you been hearing about Cortland, and how do you think he factors into the cornerback race, especially with Eli Bowen being a little bit hobbled?
Well, that's the thing. It's I think we talked a lot about corner depth. I think when we talked all summer and spring, JP, it was corner depth worries me. I think if this team comes off the rails by any means, I think it'll be because you can't keep your corners healthy, and guys like Nussmeier and maybe Lenore Sellers, or God forbid Arch Manning, just torches your secondary, and there's nothing you can do about it. But the staff saw something in their young guys that made them not want to go out and pay a premium for corner depth. Now, will that bite them? Maybe. But maybe not. Like maybe they saw something in the spring. Maybe they saw Cortland Guillory and Devon Jordan and Malik Hawkins and those kind of guys be like, we might have something here. And Cortland Guillory, I mean, athlete out of Texas. Texas wanted him badly. And we can see why. He's impressing a lot of people. He's a great athlete. He's a big hitter, speedster, and he's just aggressive. Like he talks about his swagger. He talks about you got to be confident in your technique. And I think Jay Valai has done a really good job, like letting him kind of be a bit more of that. I don't know, have a little bit more of that bravado to him. But it makes a lot of sense why we didn't go get corner depth based on what we're hearing out of camp. When you look at a guy like Cortland Guillory.
Yeah, I'm obviously, if you paid attention to recruiting any time last year, you know that he was somebody that was pretty highly touted, obviously a blue chip guy, and really, a lot of people have been talking about these last 24, 25 classes being classes that could potentially be cornerstone classes for this new regime. And so I'm looking forward to hearing this, because I think I heard a snippet. I don't know if you have either, but I wanted to listen together. So here we go.
About just the cornerbacks room so far, camp. Just what have you kind of seen from the whole group, and how are kind of the older guys kind of helping you come along?
Yeah, I mean, the older guys, as far as like Gentry, Eli, Dobie, Day, Jacoby, I feel like we all push each other to get better every day. You know, we come to practice and we see. Oh, you guys? I can. Yeah, it's my first time doing this. I ain't never did this before. They told me to come outside. I'm like, what, me? Okay. But yeah, like I said, you know, the older guys, they just push me to get better and help all the young guys and uplift them and tell us what we need to do and how we need to do it and help us execute.
How would you evaluate your camp specifically so far?
I feel like, honestly, every day I'm getting, you know, a little bit better and better. You know, I'm just trying to stack the days, like Coach say, and be ready when my number called.
Maybe since you first got here on campus?
I mean, honestly, I feel like I've grown a whole lot since my spring ball. I know spring didn't really go. In my opinion, I didn't think I really had a good spring, but I feel like as the fall is going, I'm having a really good fall. I'm just trying to, you know, get better and better every day.
What you learned from that to help have a better start to fall?
You know, Coach Valai, you know, he one of the hardest coaches ever. I feel like, you know, he called me and let me know, like, hey, Cortland, because he know my goal. You know, he knows I want to play. So he tells me, if you're serious about this, then it's the stuff you got to work on. And I just been putting my mind to that this whole offseason.
The fact that OU will play a freshman, they've always done it. How much does that give you hope that if you work hard and if everything goes along, you'll get out there?
Yeah, you know, I just got to do what I do. Take it day by day, get better every day and each and every day. And I know Coach don't care if you were a senior or a freshman, it don't matter. So I'm just trying to prove to everybody that I can play when it's that time. Yeah, I mean, Coach makes it real. He lets everybody know what he did, you know, his process. And I just try to take that all in because obviously I want to be just like a freshman All-American like he was, you know. That's a big goal. So I'm trying to do everything I can that Coach tell me to do.
You named a lot of.
All right, so that was Cortland Guillory. Trav, what are thoughts just on kind of, you know, his countenance, how he was handling himself with the media? It was his first time as a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, you get some young kids that almost feel like when I do interviews for like OU Insider stuff and whatnot, like they don't smile, they don't laugh, they try and be real hard. Like they're like, you know, I'm, you know, this, that, and the other. And like, it's refreshing just to see a kid get up there and smile and have fun and be honest and say, you know, I don't think I had a good spring, but you know, I'm here working, you know, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other, give props to the coaches, props to the older guys in the room, things like that. I mean, it sounds like a natural. That's a guy that I know Bob never let freshmen talk to the media, but that's a guy that I think you can feel comfortable with him talking to the media. So you got to have that confidence at the corner position. But that's a guy, especially given his size, is going to have the opportunity to play early. I mean, he's 6 foot, I think 185. You know, the recruiting sites have him a little higher, but that roster typically does not lie. So I think that with him, with again Von Jordan, with Jacoby, with Kendall Dolby helping out over there, with Eli, with Gentry, like if those young guys can step up, it will make me significantly more confident in the season. Significantly more confident in the season.
Yeah. No, I mean, we talked about cornerback, you know, seemingly potentially being the weak link in the defense, but you know, with some of the stuff you're starting to hear coming out of camp, I mean, that may not even be the case. And then you're starting to think, man, if that was the position that we were kind of a little bit concerned about, just consistency-wise, what we have behind Eli and Gentry potentially, and those guys obviously have dealt with injuries, both of them, then, I mean, what type of defense are we talking about? Like, that's what in my opinion, that's what comes to my mind. And not only that, obviously you have what am I tripping? You have Michael Hawkins' father who, you know, tweeted out that he was at practice, I think it was today or yesterday, and was like, hey, this team they're dogs.
Yeah, he put up a tweet that said, had a chance to check out practice. And that guy's honest. He is honest. He said, had a chance to check out practice. I have seen a lot of high-level football. Oklahoma is a lead on both sides of the ball, barring any unforeseen situations. OU will be at the top with about 10 exclamation points. So, and it's been interesting with him because like last year, it was very clear he wasn't happy, right? I mean, sitting behind Jackson, he didn't feel, and let's say I'm guessing on this. He didn't feel that Jackson was going about the work the right way. Wasn't being the type of leader for the program, let alone the room that his son was in. And I think some people have kind of echoed that, and those aren't Mike's words, but if I had to guess, I would say that would be the case. I don't think you get that sense with John Mateer. I think he's like, hey, look, like the room is being treated how the room should be treated now.
Yeah.
Like John, and because they've known Mateer forever. Like Mateer, Arnold, and Hawkins all used to like train in the same area, play in the same area growing up. So like they've all been knowing each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they all played against each other at some point, quarterbacked against each other at some point. So like there's some familiarity there. I think it just speaks to the fact that he's being so vocal is A, he's being honest, and B, like I think he's more comfortable with how the offense is being handled as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think at the end of the day, looking at the guy who, like you said, is honest and who would know, NFL cornerback, like he's a good dude, knows what he's looking at football wise. If he's saying stuff like that, man, it's because it's true, in my opinion. Now, obviously, like he said, we have to make sure that we get through injuries. I know people are freaking out about that. Get through fall camp healthy, and everything as is. I think we're talking about what everybody's been talking about, like this whole spring. Yeah, what you have literally on your your tagline that you make every week. Kool-Aid Hammered Trav.
I'm telling you what, man, I can't wait. I think it was me just scheduling stuff. I was like, I think we're gonna be good, man. And then Josh Pate went on with the boys, Oklahoma Breakdown, Teddy and Gabe.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
And continue to preach good stuff. Like I don't know. I just think that the offense is going to be good. It doesn't have to be elite. If we have a good offense, we're gonna have a good season because the defense is not gonna fall off a cliff by any stretch of the imagination. So, anyways, the ceiling on the team. I don't know if it can have a top 5 defense or a top 5 offense. I don't know if it can have a top 10 either one of those things. But just bring a little bit of balance. I think Tennessee's going to take a step back with all their losses, and now their injuries are going crazy in their wide receiver room. New quarterback. I know. Nico got all the pub, and Hype gets all the pub on the offense, but the defense really carried that team, in the run game carried the team last year. They had the SEC. All SEC running back, I think SEC Offensive Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. He's gone, and then I think that Oklahoma is better than Missouri this year. I don't think that's an extremely hot take, but I think getting them at home, I think will be fine. I think Ole Miss last year was their year. I mean, they went all in on the portal, and it all clicked on defense, and they had maybe the best defense Lane Kiffin's ever had, and they had a top 10 quarterback. A top 10 pick at quarterback, and they missed the playoff. You get them at home. You get Auburn at home, a team you beat last year on the road, and sure they've recruited well, but you feel like you've got an advantage at home with Brent Venables against Jackson Arnold. Michigan 2 games in, Bryce Underwood. What does he look like? I mean, I think you've got a lot of things that can break your way. And some teams are just going to come back to the pack. It's as simple as that. So that's why I'm a bit high, and Pate's talked about it as well. Not everybody in the SEC can go 11-1 and 10-2.
Yeah. Just
meat chicken.
This is in real time. I'm gonna share this. Emmett Jones tweeted out something about 20 minutes ago, a little bit more. I thought was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, his text messages.
Yeah. So this is a DM from him and Keontae Lewis back in 2020, right when he was still at Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if
That's
I'm not
super cool.
mistaken, this is Bills Keon Coleman, correct? Like the Bills wide receiver, Keon Coleman. Is that am I wrong?
That would make sense to me. Yeah.
That's the only Keon Coleman I know. So let's
Yes.
just say that Emmett Jones has resources. So he's texting NFL first round draft pick Keon Coleman here about Keontae Lewis. Yeah, man, that's my youngin. I like his tape. Is he a baller? Yeah, he's about that life for real. I would vouch for him any day of the week. NFL receiver, by the way. Coach Jones says he can be one of my dogs, top dogs here, and he chop it up with him. Keon says, bet I can make that happen. Let me know when you're free. Call me. So, hey.
He's got motion. Is that what the kids call it?
That's what the kids call it, yeah. That's what the kids call it. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I think that's cool, and I think it speaks to, again, I know people have their own opinions on recruiting and how that's going and stuff like that, but I think our coaches have resources to do what they need to do, and you can argue if you feel like part of this is because of the year we had last year, and it may be. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It may be because we switched so many things, and late in the cycle, or late in the getting to know people's cycle, that we hired a GM that's doing things a lot differently. I think there's a lot of things, but regardless, at the end of the day, I think that if we go 10-2, nobody cares.
Well, and also like Jim Nagy at the Night with Nagy, he said we will be flipping multiple players this fall. Like he said it just matter of factly. Like we are going to be flipping players. So I looked at that two ways, JP.
Yeah.
I looked at that as okay, he thinks we're going to be really good, so we'll be able to correct our pitch of hey, like we're winning now. You've seen what you need to see. Why don't you come on down to Oklahoma? Or it might be a situation where he thinks that all these other teams are front loading all their NIL, and throughout the season, people are going to find out that money ain't there. I mean, how many times have you seen that with USC? What, 3 or 4 years in a row? Maybe 3 years in a row. They've jumped out to this huge lead in recruiting, and then as the season goes on, like they've got 32 commits right now, number one class, like 32 commits. Is that going to stay? Maybe, but history would tell us maybe not. Yeah. So I know they've got a couple kids that OU likes. Lafayette and at LSU, they're going to stay on. Jonathan Hatton Jr. with A&M, they're going to stay on. They're going to stay on Dickerson in Kentucky. Like there's a lot of kids that they are going to stay after, and I think they're confident that they can put together a season and maybe a little bit smarter offers or better laid contracts to get these kids in the boat. So you start winning games, you start the season like 5-0, you could really start to see some recruiting momentum shift. And I think you'll be favored in all 5 of your first games.
Yeah. I think you should be. I think you should be.
Yeah, and if you add like guys like Davian Gross or Jake Krull, and I know a lot of people are thinking it's Texas for Krull now, and who knows? It may be right now. I don't think the early commitment date helps Oklahoma. But again, that's not a guy that they would stop recruiting by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know. I just think that I don't think Oklahoma's going to finish outside the top 40. I'll tell you that much.
No, I don't think they'll finish outside the top 20. To be honest,
no, I don't think so. I don't think so either.
PSS says, did I hear Dusty say he likes LSU to win SEC conference title?
Wouldn't shock me, simply because quarterback play, man. When in doubt, if you've got quarterback play, and honestly, Whit Weeks and Harold Perkins and these guys, like they should have a better defense. Like they were not a good defensive unit ever since Brian Kelly's got to town. But, like, you've got maybe the best quarterback in America. I think he's healthy. I know everybody was freaking out about that today, but I'm pretty sure that he's healthy. They've got weapons. Caden Durham's a dog. Nick Anderson, if he stays healthy, is a dog. Bauer Sharp is on the team. LSU, I think LSU's going to be really good this year. If not now, I don't know when. Like, they lost out on Bryce Underwood to Michigan. They lost out on Bo Bentley to Oklahoma. They have not recruited a high school quarterback in the last 2 cycles. So I don't know what their plan is post Nuss. So, I don't know. I'll have to look at their recruiting rankings to give me some post Nuss clarity, if you will.
Yeah. Post Nuss clarity. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, we'll have to see. Kirby actually makes a good point here. That might be rare, but it's hard to believe in a Brian Kelly coach team. It just, can they get it done? I don't know, Travis.
I mean, he's won a lot of games over the years, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But Dink brings up a good point. Man, that last game of the year, if there's something on the line that game, whether OU can play spoiler in the standings or OU can clinch a spot in the SEC championship, and again, that's super high expectations for this team. If they go into the last 3 weeks of the season with something to gain, it's probably been a good year as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, guys, without further ado, I had mentioned to you that we would be watching one of the most popular Oklahoma games of all time, certainly of the last century, the 2008 Texas Tech versus Oklahoma Massacre, some call it.
Yes.
But we got about 18 minutes. That's about the 18-minute video, excuse me. And again, I always I think I missed maybe giving him shouts out the last couple of times we've done it. But if you haven't, make sure you're following Mr. McIntosh on YouTube. You're on Twitter, but obviously specifically on our X, but specifically on YouTube. He does a great job making highlight videos that you can watch. I wait for them to come out almost every week. Now I'm not harping on him here. I understand why. He only makes them when we win. So, I don't think anybody wants to watch losing highlight tapes, which I get. But, there's a long legacy of student YouTube videos that have done it. You got Ola Kyle that was doing it in the kind of late 2000s, early 2010s, and that moved on to Hambone. Like 94 or something like that for, I think, the years of 2015, 2016. And then it seemed like Mr. Mac, or 2017, excuse me, then Mr. McIntosh seemed to take over Kyler's year, 2018, and he's been doing it ever since. So I don't know if any of them are connected in any way, or people just started to step up because they're like, hey, we really liked it. But I'm grateful for all of them because we can always go back and, find great highlight tapes of some of our favorite Sooner games. So obviously, like you guys, like we said, please, this is part of why we do this. Make sure you guys put in the comments, hey, this is what I remember about this game. Trav will be dropping some knowledge about, where he was and stuff like that. I was, in 7th grade. Yeah, that year, I think. 7th grade. That year, going crazy at home. So, fun times. Yeah. Audio.
Yeah. There it is.
Over football.
Yep.
He'll come again. Flair. Here's Woods. Spins. Throwing for a living. And read beautifully. Show blitz. Trying to get there. influenced
loud,
the
man.
tempo
It's loud.
Oklahoma offense.
It's so loud.
Might have jumped. We'll see how they sort that out as he goes to Grisham.
The main Gresham, man. Right, Arsenal.
Murray with a big hole. He's got great speed to midfield.
Right, Arsenal.
Sooners move
Yeah,
in.
this was my I went to OU as a freshman in 07, fall of 07. So
just talked about
sophomore
the ability
Trav.
of this offensive line. You talk about a hole. Brandon Walker, the right guard.
2nd and 8, an option look with Murray still handling for another first down, breaking daylight across the 25-yard line. Out of bounds.
That is a current running back coach.
And it is the
DeMarco Murray.
running game of Bob Stoops.
I just like Brent.
That has
I
the
could
Red
listen to
Raiders
Brent
in retreat.
Musburger call
10
games
Yeah.
all day, man.
By Grisham to seal the inside from Marlon Williams.
Kevin Wilson calling the plays. Bradford is back.
Kelvin Wilson back on staff.
Throws in underneath the Gresham.
Hey, can you remind the chat what is Sam Bradford come in ranked at when he was
A
a
1st and goal on their opening drive after stopping
Well,
the Tech
if he'd have been playing in Texas, he would have been probably high 4.
Drop on Broyles. Once he drops
Those are nobody
back,
ranked Oklahoma
it
prospects
opens it up.
outside of like Gerald
3rd
McCoy.
down and goal. Goal line defense of McNeil hurries into position. They're going to go wide with Murray for the first touchdown of the game. Stepping
Ryan said he was hammered by the end of this one.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Gosh, this was such a big game, too. Texas Tech undefeated number 2 coming in.
Well, yeah, because they had just beat Texas on that last second play in the round robin.
Trying to confuse him. Beal was there. Harold
They said that was the best win in Texas Tech football history was when they beat Texas right there.
Yeah.
They did get the
Isn't that crazy that the best win in your history is a regular season win that didn't even secure probably even a conference championship berth for you or anything?
Okay.
First sack. He threw it. There was a receiver.
On a big 3rd down here, if he can try to make a huge play on 3rd and long.
Big 3rd down on 3rd and 22, and your offense hasn't done anything to stop the pass rush.
Gerald McCoy.
McCoy.
One of those hand fighting his way in, and this offensive line has a load of trouble against this Sooner front right now.
What a great twist, a big stunt here from Oklahoma. The speed and athletic ability of McCoy right in the middle, goes to the outside around Taylor. Then he gets a one-on-one matchup and just uses his speed and quickness to go right by Rylan Reed, the left tackle.
I was worried about that late push by Beal. I was like, dude, don't get a 15-yarder and automatic first down.
Bring that clock down. 2nd down and 5. Bradford has all day throwing to Grisham, who's wide open and in a foot race.
Foot race with a linebacker. Good luck, dog.
29-yard line. The Sooners threatening again.
Their name was so good, man.
When you run the football, you start to get safeties and linebackers sucked in. And that's what happened here. You see the confusion, wide open on the backside. Duncan, the linebacker, trying to stay.
He's 4-6 for 73 yards right now. Coming back with Brown.
Chris Brown.
Well, Tech's got to feel pretty good about this. They're like, man, we haven't done anything, and it's only 7-0 in the first quarter. We can hang on. And then it got ugly.
11 yards before they're able to bring him down.
And gave Brown plenty of room.
Brown.
People forget how good Chris Brown was.
Let me see if you can run it. They should have been playing that after every touchdown.
Facts. Missed
Let me
opportunity.
see if you can run it. I believe I can run it.
The problem that Texas Tech is facing right now is this balance. If they load up to stop the run, then Oklahoma will throw it. If they stay back to prevent the big pass play, then
down at 3. That's the Crabtree play that you all remember so well from the Texas game.
Yep.
Frank said,
Not from Union Redskin, Dom Franks. He's going to shut that down.
He actually is going to make a cut to the outside. Watch how quick Frank
Look at the break.
shows this route. And when you start to see that as a play caller and as a quarterback, you've got to come up with some double moves. You cannot just continue to allow the.
They show blitz. Harrell deflected.
They batted down so many passes this game.
Yeah. Holding.
Steps away. Incomplete. The Oklahoma defense is the story. That's your headline here tonight.
Nick Harris is our enforcer, always getting late, getting rolling ankles and stepping in.
Man, Nick Harris is still a wild child. He's not even allowed on radio anymore with us.
Really?
Yeah, because he dropped an F-bomb on air, and we're like, sorry, can't do it.
Having a huge night for the offense. That's 23 more yards for Murray as he approaches 100 in the first half.
It starts with, again, the running game.
That's RB3. For those who are paying attention, RB3 of the 2025 Sooners are paying
Bunch on the left.
Bradford
okay.
Hasn't touched the ground yet. And here's Murray. Pass, 40,
I mean, that linebacker just had no chance.
And Murray
No
to
chance.
the 30-yard line for another 1st and 10 before L.A. Reid can bring him down, but it is a 31-yard gain for the Sooners.
But the accuracy of Sam Bradford. Watch the
Like,
feet.
look at this linebacker. This poor soul.
Great throw in front of Murray. And with DeMarco Murray in the open field, you talk about the importance of making a tackle. Again, this guy looks as good as he has looked all year. Be able to play as a group. Right now, they look like they're rattled as a team.
Play action going in zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Jermaine Gresham.
Yeah, Jermaine Gresham having like 100 and a tutty on you. We'll have you a bit shook. We got to get JP YouTube Premium here.
Oh, I know, yeah. Really quick, I'm gonna tell this quick story. Jermaine, so my family's from Ardmore. I always remember because I was so obsessed with like when I found out he was from Ardmore when I was younger, because it's where my mom and my dad grew up. And so my mom was like, yeah, his mom was in my class. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. Or she was like, yeah, her name was Rowletta. And I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, she was taller than anybody in her class. And she used to bully kids. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, we used to go down there by the viaduct, and they played this game where they would push rocks off the shoulder. If you push a rock off somebody's shoulder, then you wanted to fight them. She said she would always just walk up to different people and just push the rock off the shoulder, and just knock them clean out. Crazy. This is Jermaine Gresham's mother, everybody. So wild times.
Man, they're getting wild in the chat.
There's Batch, and he is blown up. Short. Crabtree.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, Trav was talking to me about it today. He was telling me to leave me alone, but like, it annoys me when people. I'm just that type of guy. I guess.
Anything to rally the troops.
Yeah, man. I know
Coach Patterson goes up to Kansas State, but Kevin Wilson doing a superb job of calling plays here tonight.
Chad does a better job walking through
Bradford finally couldn't find it. Man sprints out of trouble.
Yeah.
Bradford is
not worth it.
He was the offensive coach up there.
I think the thing that bothers me more is that
again, Bradford.
Like people like that will talk about like other people that have other legends and stuff about myself and Travis. And to me, I'm like, those are real people. So that makes me think, man, you have character.
Oklahoma leading Texas Tech. And the Red Raider defense.
Not everybody knows good.
The fastest no huddle in the country this year.
Absolutely. Murray again.
This game is like still in reach if you're a Texas Tech fan too. You're like you're talking yourself through it.
Has done a great job, and he drops off the screen to Murray. Murray drops back now. Going to lose some yards unless he can break free, and he does. Turns
it's so crazy.
First down.
That's so nuts at his size.
For DeMarco Murray.
I said it earlier, and I just continue to marvel at DeMarco Murray. This is the back that I think a lot of people expected to see this year. Now that he is healthy, when he gets the football, it's not just a quickness sprint.
I'm just watching the game, bro. That's all I'm doing.
Back with Brown on the clock, staying in bounds.
Man.
God, Texas Tech could not tackle. I mean, I know we were playing well, but man.
Brown.
You see that hole?
First down.
I mean, they're like the yards before contact are like 5.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, that was 4 yards before he was touched in like a goal line situation. Give me that. Give me that.
Travis Lewis, man.
One of my favorite linebackers ever, man.
Yeah.
There are only a few people that can wear 28 on the Sooners and live up to it. He was great.
And that's 30 seconds, man.
It's a stomping. A stomping.
Look how the crowd is, man.
That's the iconic picture. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember a game like this. There's a reason it. Honestly, like, it wasn't the top 5 showdown, but the atmosphere at Alabama this past year was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
This is Murray.
I feel like the only other thing I can think of is like.
There's a 3rd and 22. Oklahoma
not that it was that good, but like the Big 12, the fact that Big 12 championship game on the state in 2016. Well,
the problem is you never get Texas at home, so you're never going to get that environment. So, not that I would ever put Texas at home. Don't get me wrong, but you don't have that like built-in like other rivalries that play their rival at home. You've got that built-in type vibe.
Or like the 2017 TCU, and Ronnie Anderson had like 3 first-half touchdowns, but it still wasn't as. I'm just thinking
wasn't like this.
Top 10 ring matchups.
That's the first. No, they fumble it away, and it's Oklahoma football.
When it rains, it pours. Ooh!
The nightmare continues. Keenan Clayton scoops the fumble up and brings it back to the 2-yard line.
So they got to do the little things, and this is a little thing, and that's a big thing. Putting it on the ground, and how about the speed of the Sooners defense? When Clayton gets the ball, he's a tailback. He's pointing. Gets a huge one there by the freshman Austin Box.
Austin Box
and Frank Alexander.
That was Austin Box
away too, and Brown battling, stop, still going, falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
This was a squatter.
I always talk to my 8-year-old twin boys about never stop moving your feet. How about the effort here by Chris Brown?
My 8-year-old twin boy, one of them just got hired as a national recruiting analyst for on 3.
Kind of a defining play to the way this entire game has gone for Oklahoma and for Texas Tech.
All right, Batch and Shannon Woods are in there. Oh, that could have been picked up on a slate. Leach watching Howard Stern. 3rd down and 13.
Where are you going?
Slips away, but in deep trouble. Yeah, he's got a strong arm. We would have at Oklahoma City, or I should say up at Stillwater, against Oklahoma State. And if they all win, it's a 3-way tie.
You worry for them, and it needs to continue to be brought up that they did beat Oklahoma head-to-head, and that's going to be their one thing.
Oh, caught beautifully by Johnson.
52-14 in the late 3rd, and we're taking shots. Just taking shots.
Elbow. They go 66 yards for
beautiful
a touchdown.
throw.
What a catch.
We can't even talk about the BCS without them scoring a touchdown. Unbelievable.
Bob Stoops probably wants to show his appreciation for Manny Johnson because of what he's been able to do. It's the first time since
with a
the
bad
injury
elbow
he's been able to come back. And there's Bob giving him a big hug. Let me ask you, who do you put ahead, Florida or Oklahoma?
I don't have a vote.
Okay.
For the Red Raiders. Miss here, and it'll be a very short field for the Sooners. Going to bring the end around. They won't get there. Sooners football.
Yeah. Why are you going side to side on this defense right now?
Trying to go into his bag of tricks. End around here to the speedster, Edward Britton, and even this, the Sooners have sniffed out. This defense, again, well prepared. Names on there. The one name you have to know for me is Beyonce.
Yeah, Moses Magoo.
All right, because your wife won't let you in.
No, I'm just saying.
All right, wait. All right.
It might be, but Musburger's talking about Beyonce, so.
She's going to be a winner.
Oh, she's a winner.
Yeah.
Second down at 10.
Yeah.
They're going to come back with a screen themselves. Broyles end zone.
Ridiculous.
Still throwing. Up 100. Still throwing.
Ryan Broyles, man.
By the Sooners.
And you have one team still out there playing 100 miles an hour in
This
the
is
red.
crazy
And
that
then
he's
you have
stupid.
the Texas Tech defense right now.
Hey, people
It's
sleep on how
down
good Ryan Broyles was,
mentally and
man.
physically. Great effort here by Broyles.
They really do.
We could have put up 80, 90, it feels like.
One here for the Sooners has been very important.
Look at this. 65 with a full quarter
Broyles
left,
threw
basically.
on Harrell, incomplete. Oklahoma State.
Third
get
and
ready.
21.
From the end zone, going deep middle,
God.
incomplete. What a blow by Nick Harris. Nick Harris, folks, had a chance to play safety at that next level if his speed is as good as it has to be. He's a big-time hitter.
Both safeties emerge here. Lindy Holmes and Nick Harris. To the left is Holmes, and there's Harris. Enter at your own
Like a tag
risk when you
team,
come to the
man.
middle of this Sooner
Like
defense.
WWE.
Man, hospital ball.
Up in the air, hanging. Britton just focused on catching the football,
Bink.
knowing that
Bink.
Holmes
That's not
and
even
Harris
how
might
it's going,
eventually get there, but they
That'd be clean in today's game.
Well, there's another one-loss team that's having a hard time climbing up the charts, and that, of course, is USC. As Harrell launches one for the ends. Crabtree goes high in the air, and it's incomplete.
great, as you said, an athletic move there. He was running full speed to hold that football in.
Fumble. That fumble was forced by Jeremy Beal, number 44.
Yeah, out like a rocket.
Jeremy Beal was coming in. Got a hand on a football, forced the fumble. Oklahoma ball up 65-14, and Harrell shaken up.
Remember this Texas Tech offensive line only allowing 5 sacks the whole year. Tonight, 3 against Oklahoma.
Well, Bob
I came down on that too.
And he proved it here tonight.
Yeah, it looked like it.
And now his former assistant shake hands. Still good friends.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mike Leach, man.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Mike Leach.
Yeah, there are a couple plays in there that you'd probably get flagged on now. Like,
Yes.
obviously that blindside block, the Nick Harris hit. Like,
I felt like
Just-
it was.
it's just a different game now.
Is it even if you like launch at the neck area at all now? It's not even just target like head to head.
One, it's optics too on that one. Like,
Yeah, I mean he didn't hit him
Ball.
with his helmet. He didn't hit him with his helmet.
no, but there's forcible contact to the head or neck area.
Head or neck area. Yeah. Now we're getting into sounds like flagrant 1.
Yeah. It might be. They would call it on Lou Dort.
Yeah. Well, he's got a ring, so it's okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
That's right. Maybe
Well-
that's why I'm so optimistic going into OU, because I know that I'm fresh off a world title. So it's like, man, everything's coming up Travis lately. So maybe that's how I'm feeling about it. It's
Maybe I'll
possible.
take that angle, Travis. I'll take that angle next time. I'll say, you know what? if you're an Oklahoma fan and I hear you complaining you live in Oklahoma, why? You got a world championship. I should be the one. I'm Indy Sooner. Like we went 6-7 last year, and my team, lost in Game 7 and lost our star player for another year after he tore his Achilles in Game 7. Like, and there's
there are probably some people that are like, well, maybe you shouldn't have picked Texas last year. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe they're calling it your comeuppance. I don't know. Maybe that's just them. That's not me though. That's not me. I would never do that. I would never do that.
No, you never treat me like that.
Right. I would never do that. Which, by the way, you guys need to mark your calendars. We're going to be doing a live Tuesday show. We're going to be doing Tuesday of the Temple week. We're going to be doing a show live from Indiana up there, and JP to start the show. It'll be the Tuesday before the Temple game, after the Michigan game. So what would that be? The 16th? Yeah. So that'd be the 16th.
Oh, volleyball game that day.
And JP, no, you're not coaching that. So team, you're gonna have somebody else. Kuchin's gonna coach that night. So we are going to be doing the JP and Trav show live on a Tuesday, and JP is going to start the show by eating a wing doused in Da Bomb Beyond Insanity hot sauce. And he is going to have to do the whole show as he suffers. So they've got good wings in Indianapolis. I'll be eating wings, but I'm not eating any of the Da Bomb ones. He's going to have that. And thanks to our dear friend Kirby for that recommendation. It is going to be a show you won't want to miss. So,
you know what? Here's the thing. I do have a volleyball game, but it'll be done. So I'll still be available, unfortunately.
Yep. He's already sweating. He can see it.
I'm just upset. Why would I do this?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It'll be fun, he says. Yeah. Well, like he said, mark your calendars. But besides that, we are looking forward, obviously, to getting closer and closer to the season. Fall camps, probably another couple of weeks, and we'll be there, and we'll get our first depth chart, and we'll be ready to go. And then by that time, we won't just have our kind of throwbacks. Even though I think this summer has been pretty fun, and we'll probably continue to do in some capacity. But then we'll be able to do what we've been doing with our guy Sooner Gridiron, who has agreed again this year to give us some clips from each game, win or lose, that we will
that'd be cool.
Review with you guys and together, and just look at what we saw and what was good, and sometimes what was bad. But hopefully a lot more good this year than bad, because last year we were reviewing a lot of bad, not a lot to go off of. So
can you imagine coming off a big Michigan win, going over clips over a big Michigan win while you're eating hot wings? Like it has the makings of an all-time show. It really does.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It has the makings of it. So Oklahoma go out and take care of business. Oklahoma go out there and take care of business against Michigan. So we can
please. I don't want to be miserable eating the wing and also watching an L. That would be
tough.
So
that'd be tough. All right.
Anything from
only got a couple more weeks. Maybe we'll fulfill Kirby's wish of the OU Missouri Big 12 championship game. Who knows? As always, send in your requests for the game, which game you want to watch, and everybody. Don't go Chicken Little on the injuries. These are precautions.
Yeah.
Again, last year we didn't hold guys out, and they ended up getting hurt worse. This year we're holding guys out, and we got everybody whining that they're being held out. So We're gonna be fine.
Hey.
We're gonna be fine. And hit the like button. There's 1,000 of you in here. Go ahead and hit the like button. We've stormed through. I know Parker and Brandon are doing their show right now. They started at 8:30, and our numbers grew. So I don't know. Pretty well.
What I said.
So
this is what I was
our
about to
numbers
say.
grew.
So I was gonna say, Trav, we got people out here hating on JP and Trav show, but
hey, we got motion too.
We just a couple hundred behind OU Insider, and look, I've always said this. We just claim to be a fan podcast, and we love OU Insider. Like Trav still does stuff for them. I get tagged on their stuff, so that's not a shot at them. Those are our boys, and we love OU Insider. We peddle their stuff. I'm just saying that, like, they got producers, they got a lot of content. We just two boys chopping it up.
Hey, we're gonna blow them out of the water when you're sweating blood from the hot sauces. So,
I'm gonna kill you.
Anyways, nothing else from me. Go like the page or go like on YouTube. Like on YouTube. Got 1,000 of you in here. I want a decent number of YouTube likes on there. So appreciate you. We'll see you guys later.
Yep. Boomer.